Okay, I ain't gonna sit here and lie. This video is easily gonna be the most non-topic, non-themed video I will ever possibly give you. Well, one of those videos I will possibly ever give you. Mainly because this was originally going to be a clapback on either straight up Brown Dust 2 or, in the most weirdest way, Undertale. I ain't gonna sit here and lie. I was legit going to do that. But then, as I thought about it, I'm like, would people watch me yap about how anybody's fine in Undertale? I don't know if that's a thing that people would care for, or even would be remotely curious about, or maybe just be curious about it just out of just in general, because the hell we talk about Undertale for. But in Brown Dust 2, I wanted to do that so bad, but then at the same time, with all the clapbacks I've done, with all the universes that we have talked about, I at least know some level of what the characters are, and some level of like what the story is. In BD2, I don't know much of anything. Like, I'm trying to go through the story now, but ultimately there is still a lot of characters that do not fit within the main continuity of the story, as far as I'm aware of. And then certain characters only pop up in events and stuff like that too, and I'm just not knowing who the hell pops up where. So instead of trying to suffer it out, trying to figure out everything from that, why not just talk about the characters currently, I guess, that I feel the most down bad for? Which, granted, that's literally everybody, but also at the same time, like, who's the ones I'm feeling especially down bad for when it comes down to it, right? Or at least of this whole month. So I guess that's what this is. And this it really ain't gonna have no rhyme or reason. This is just how it is. And if you somehow watch this whole thing and you actually cared about what I have to say about any of these fine ass hoes in fiction,
excellent.
Anyway, Ochaco, I ain't gonna sit here and lie. She was like the beginning half of this whole ass like month, honestly. Really, she kind of been there for a while. She was kind of like the character drive high key that I was on, because Ochaco's thick. There is all that is all that you really need to understand, all you really need to know. And also, I ain't gonna sit here and lie, I'm kind of also sad that MHA is gonna be done pretty much from this point forward, because that means probably a lot of people are going to drop off from drawing Ochaco's thick big booty ass. Let's keep it very much that. The same way I feel about, you know, anybody dropping off of not drawing Toga anymore, with her bloodied up big booty ass when it comes down to it too. Again, there is just some niceness when it comes down to these designs, and the cakeage is very much there when it comes down to it. And I would hate to just lose this regardless of how new anime come through or whatever the hell's pop up next. Like, do not forget the fat gravity ass that she had. Like, do not forget how crazy any back shot to Ochaco would dead ass be when it comes down to it. Again, she's just too damn fine to be forgotten in the past in any shape or form. Literally anybody from MHA, I would say, is in the same damn boat. But when it comes down to it though, we do not need to forget about how thick as hell Ochaco is, and how many different people would want to crack that shit. So to keep it very much a stack, yes, Ochaco is very much worth it in many different spaces and many different places. Next one on this weird ass list, forget it. Let's just go for Muffet. High-key, I'm not gonna sit here and lie. It's very strange. With this character, I've already explained like a few times too. I'm like, yeah, I don't really like spiders all that much, but also at the very same time, if you draw Muffet in a certain way, or you make her animated in a certain way, I'm not gonna be more so scared. I'm gonna be just more so ready to beat up them cheeks, high key, right? Just straight up have her shoot Spider Silk right out of her whole ass coup, just so, because, you know, it was just an excellent time with that woman for sure, right? She robbed me of all my cash. She made me basically waste all my money at the damn Spider Bake sale, but at the end of the day, she at least got some of my flavors in her mouth, and that's just all what it is to it, right? High-key, Muffet is very much a creepy ass looking character. Let's just keep it very much stacked. But the way she is drawn and depicted in some of these artworks and some of the, you know, images that you can obviously go find and go get, it's also really damn good. Also, to keep it very much a stack, I'm not gonna lie, when it comes down to some animations of Undertale or Deltarune or whatever the hell you got, not gonna sit here and lie, the sprite edit animations are like some of the best shit I've ever honestly seen Undertale really have. Susie, by far, high key, and I might be kind of crazy for saying this maybe, but ultimately, Susie is dead ass the finest woman in Deltarune. I'm not gonna sit here and lie. I haven't kept up with the last couple of chapters that have been released because I haven't had the chance to go get the last couple of chapters. But when it comes down to it though, high key, yes, everyone should want to clap the monster ass that Susie has, for sure. There is not a moment or an idea that goes by where, oh yeah, if I'm part of the Deltarune universe, I'm totally not gonna clap Toriel, I'm totally not gonna clap, you know, Susie at all. Like, there's just no genuine way I would say no. Hell, to give it very much a stack, there is no genuine way I would sit here and say I wouldn't even clap Noelle Holiday when it comes down to it. You think ain't nobody gonna try to clap Noelle? I don't care if she's gay as hell in the game. That doesn't necessarily matter. When it comes to me and what I need and what I want, it's going to happen. It is going to be some meat sliding into some holes, and we're going to change that lesbian from bending over into multiple different ways of bending to straighten the hell back out. That is just how it is when it comes down to me and how I get involved in certain things. That's just how it is. I swear to you, Kohas, there is literally like a few promises I can always guarantee you when it comes to me. Number 1, being Konako's absolute husband. Number 2, being a generational Issei hater no matter the cost. And number 3, always diving into the cheeks of a waifu no matter the situation or how the status of that waifu is or whatever. Doesn't necessarily matter to me. If you're a waifu and you're looking good and you're on the radar, prepare to be challenged with my meat, because that's essentially what's going to happen here, right? And easily Susie again is just like the top one when it comes to Deltarune high key. And the last couple of ones I would bring up is literally anybody from Fast Claire. I haven't brought up this cast of characters in a minute when it comes down to video wise of things, but ultimately I was literally just thinking about the last night and I was just like, damn, high key, Fredina kind of bad. And so is Bonfi when it comes down to it too, right? Like, there's so many variations of these characters, and easily and obviously these versions of them is the favorite one for me, because high key, it's also, there's still levels of that, you know, where it can still be scary, but at the very same time, the only thing that's really going to be scary is the initial chase of them trying to go after you, potentially, right? Because that's about it when it comes down to it. Because if you get captured, you're just going to have a good time.
Oh my fucking god.
Yeah, you might get your paycheck taken and, you know, somehow you might get sodomized, which apparently in the lore of the game, that's essentially what will happen if you basically get caught by them and you fail, so no. But when it comes down to it though, it is basically still the best versions of these characters, which yes, I have been starting to play the story of the game, and most likely probably at some point in time in the near future we'll probably talk about it again. But when it comes down to it though, still there is no bad option when it comes down to Fredina, Bonfi, Chiku, or Fexa to keep it very much a stack. Hell, even when it goes down to characters like Golden Fredina or basically, you know, Marie when it comes down to it, there is just still hot sauces right there that is absolutely worth it. And the one thing that absolutely pissed me off about how good these characters models are is that genuinely in Koikatsu high key, they don't really exist too much. The only person that has a really good model that exists is deadass Fredina. Literally the only character that really is a good model when it comes down to it. Bonfi don't have a model for real that's worth anything, and that's a damn crying shame. That is actually effing criminal, when honestly, of all the characters, Bonfi is my damn favorite. Go figure. But when it comes down to it though, the fact that she doesn't even have a good model in Koikatsu for me to use, for Jay to clap, it's abhorrent. It is terrible. It is absolutely the type of thing you will straight up say that is gay, that is garbage, and that just needs to be thrown into the bin of how this hasn't happened yet. So that's just how it feels from me. Obviously, Bonfi's just too damn fine. There's just no damn way. And that's not even me just saying, you know, obviously, you know, she's like the peak one of all the peak one, like they're all peak. But, you know, something about Bonfi just hit way harder, and I don't know what it is, but push come to shove, she's gonna be a rusted out machine by the time I'm done with her, and then I'll have to find a way to fix her back up, because ain't no way I'm gonna lose that fine ass animatronic booty when it comes down to it. And hell, I'll be honest with you too, and this is like future content plans, but I was gonna do this for Halloween, but I just didn't have the time to. But honestly, I wanted to do a skit with Jay somehow becoming like a night guard, watching over like the damn Fast Claire you know, animatronics when it comes down to it, that is still an idea I really want to do, and I probably will do it at some point in time, whether it's canon to the story or not. And ultimately, that's just something that's been on my brain for like almost really a year, probably like maybe almost 2 years when it comes down to it. So there is definitely that. But when it comes down to it though, that is basically all I gotta say for this one. Very strange, no real theme of this damn video, no real topic of it, no sense of it. But if you still watch it and you still enjoyed it and you still decided to subscribe, then I'm here for it. But that's literally all I got to say for this one. So hopefully you did enjoy. If you did, be sure to like, share, subscribe, hit the notification on the way out. Also follow me on socials, and if you'd like to donate to the channel, Kofi Cash App is available as well. And until this one, OJ, sign off. Have a blessed day.